Bang, let's get it. Finally got a number of the combos correct. Smack three pick entries and a bunch of straights yesterday. Did not get the 5 pick entry, but Ryan Rollins under 6.5 assists was easy money. He had one. Isaiah Joe under 3.5 rebounds. Jemiah Fears over his points prop. Smack easy. Sengun had 19 points. He hit a free throw in the last 40 seconds to hook it. We had Colin Gillespie go off decent. Same thing with Andrew Nimhard. He cashed in the first half. The next 3 pick was Kevin Durant handled that over 25.5 points. DeMontis Sabonis over 7.5 rebounds. And Derek Queen over 6.5 rebounds. There's a bunch more as I play as many of them straight as possible. Let's get cracking. We on the assist model to start. I don't know why. Oh, because we hit over 100 plays and it's at 56%. I don't know what to tell you other than the odds are usually heavily juiced on the assist plays. Speaking of which, Davion Mitchell over 5.5 assists. He averages 7 on the year, 6 in the last 10. It's heavily juiced at about 162. We are not playing this. Well, not straight, but 2-0 on his props. Yesterday, the assist model went 6-2. Look at the last 10, 7-3, last 20, 16-4. Bang, let's get it. Let's check out the rebound plays. The rebound prop, no rebounds today, but it went 6-3 yesterday as well. Go off. 3-pointers, I don't think did as well. There was a ton of them. Let's look at what we have. Oh, they went 4-4. But you see, Miles Bridges is in the building. Miles Bridges. Miles McBride. Over 2.5 3-pointers. It's plus 136. The model is 7-1 on this prop for Miles Bridges. I'm pretty positive I spoke about him yesterday. He might go on the cover. We got Klay Thomas to go over 2.5 threes at minus 108. Both of these plays are extremely valuable. And then Moses Moody, he's heavily juiced over 1.5 3-pointers made. Norman Powell is also heavily juiced, but still 3-1 on that play. You know, parlay pieces, if you will. Look at Pelly Lawson. He's also heavily juiced over 1.5. I'm pretty positive some of these 3-point lines get bumped, but 3-0 on the season on that play. Let's go. Did that. Let's go to the points. Miles McBride over 2.5 3-pointers is the play. Colin Sexton. Hopefully he smacked for us again. We're 12-4 on the Colin Sexton points prop. Tomorrow the model likes him. Over 12.5 points at minus 102. He faced off against the Wizards too. Last 10 games, he averages 13 points, 14 points on the season. I need him to smack this if I'm going to play him. He's been doing pretty well. You know Miles McBride is in the building. His points props and his 3-point prop, it's just been smacking crazy. 7-1 on this one, over 10.5 points. This one is minus 130, but we like it all day. Quentin Grimes, hopefully he's back on track. As you can see, we 3-5 on Quentin Grimes props, but over 7.5. The last few games he's done well. I think we started off like 1-3 or something with his plays, but we like Quentin Grimes to go over 7.5 points tonight. If Josh Giddey is back, I'm down. But obviously you want to check those minutes. I don't even know if this would be his first game. He had a line the other day, but he did not play. So we like Ayo. We always like Ayo. 6-3 on his points, over 12.5. He's covered easily over the last 10 games, averaging 16 points. Not saying every game. I meant to say average. His recent average, last 10, is 16 points per game. Higher than the season average. Little edge there. DeAndre Ayton under 11 points. 0-3 on DeAndre Ayton points props this season. But there's a ton of points props. And yesterday, the points didn't do that well. 17-12. Previously, it was 13-11 yesterday, but there was still a couple of games playing. So it ended at 13-13 the day before. Yesterday, it went 17-12. But you see what I'm saying? If I tighten it down a little more, it shouldn't drop 30 plays, 29 plays. It should drop 15, 17. And if it's smacking 17, how can I weed out the 12 plays? Same thing with, those are the props. Same thing with the college basketball model. Oh, I got UFC too. We'll get to that. I just made that. Yo, the college basketball model had 2 back-to-back losing days. We tightened it down again. So with this run, we should be safe, safer, because if it's doing well or was doing well, even though it had a couple of losing days, well, back-to-back losing days, I tighten it down every time it does that. So we look forward to that producing more winners, basically. But we got the auto bet plays, even though the model didn't select Holy Cross today. Holy Cross performs extremely well as an underdog. Another one, the Princeton Tigers, but Princeton Tigers is not the underdog today. They're the favorite. So the auto bet tag is really for the underdogs. So those are the records that are performing extremely well. We also updated the plus EV tag. That was missing. I would like to see that when those plays are or do have positive expected value, like Brown Bears plus 4.5 at Princeton is actually an extremely valuable play. Bang, let's get it. I won't go through all those. The links are in the description. The NBA didn't do well, did it? It went 4-1 yesterday. I mean, the day before yesterday, and then the day it went 4-4. Still, we got enough plays up. I'll let you go through those and see what they do. Look, auto bet, Dallas Mavericks plus 4 at the Lakers. The Mavericks, as an underdog, has been the best performing team out of all the data, I think, for the NBA. I want to say they like 10-3, 11-3. You see it? It's right here. I forgot I added that. Look, the Dallas Mavericks, strong performers. They're 11-3 over 14 picks. Not all of them were underdogs, but I got the split over there on the other page. But this is what the tags are for, so I don't have to go double check every single time. We got Boston at Chicago. Yo, Boston, Dallas Mavericks, and the Brooklyn Nets are all really good performers. As you can see, if they got a tag down there, you can tell. Boston records, good record. Even the Chicago Bulls. No, that's not that. Anyway, the Celtics played the Brooklyn Nets yesterday. It was Brooklyn Nets plus 8 was the play. But with both teams doing well against each other, always take the points. The Nets took their ass to overtime and covered. Could have won the game at the end, probably. I didn't see that, but still, take the points. Both teams doing pretty well. It's just data. The Orlando Magic is an auto bet team. The model didn't select this play as a valuable play today, but the Orlando Magic, I don't care who the plus 1 is for, their auto bet team. I like Orlando Magic money line, if you don't mind. And then we got the Knicks at Philly. Knicks is also an auto bet team. The Knicks has been good as favorites and as underdogs. So they're going to Philly. The model didn't select them. However, you see the tag with that plus 1. Give me the Knicks money line. I don't think any other ones, the Minnesota Timberwolves, but still, the model didn't select that. That's just a hot team. I didn't pull up any trending plays, but because I have so many props and then I hit decent, I want to stick to the props and see what they do. One page that I haven't shared with everyone, or maybe it's not a link in the description, is the not this one. Where is it? Not this one. Come on, man. I got so many pages. Maybe I closed it to refresh it. Here it is. This is I call this the best plays. So this algorithm, it scans every model and then sorts the plays, by a number of different metrics. Let's just say the best play on the board right now in the NBA is Quentin Grimes over 7.5. But I also made it split these plays into fire plays, solid plays, or valuable plays at the top here. Look at the value plays where most of them land at. It's 452 and 321. That's 58%. That's just unheard of. There's too many plays. That's 773 plays, and we're hitting them at 58%. It's a combination of every single model that we have. And then obviously at the bottom, you can see all models that we do have, and then the plays that they come from. But the value plays, where most of these value plays land, is hitting at 58%. Obviously, the fire plays and solid plays are hitting at a higher rate, but it's far less that we get plays rated that high by the algorithm. With that said, any play that hits this page is worth playing. Looking at the data, it's just data, and we running with it because it's printing. No one keeps up with 773 wins and losses against the spread for all of these props. I got all of those spreadsheets that I just feed the spreadsheets, the AI, and make it spit out HTML or the tracking JSON, and they spit out HTML. Any play that hits this page is worthy of being played. It's the best plays. It's the top 50 highest confidence plays across all of the models. I use this for the parlays, but I like to dig in the individual ones to see the individual plays to see which one is actually, standout plays or whatever. But I think that'll do it. I didn't go over any trending plays or any sharp plays from Daily Grind Fantasy, but don't get it twisted. I'm gonna shout out my partner, pickfinder.app. The code is really Rico. You get 10% off for life. I didn't check for anything trending because we've just been doing well. Wait, what's happening? Oh, here we go. The code is really Rico. You get 10% off for life. It's pickfinder.app. You can see everything. This is just best for everything. Matchup data, historical data, etc. The code is really Rico. You get 10% off for life. I'm really Rico. You already know. Let's get this dough, bruh. Peace. I'm out.